do 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 do. Okay, looks like we are live. So I am going to give it a minute, make sure that all of our stuff is good to go. Refresh the chat. Okay. All right. Looks like we are fully live. And the only thing I want to do is check on this. So bear with me, anybody that may or may not be watching. I just need to make sure that we are good to go. Make sure that there we are. And all right. Now, alright guys, this is Marco with Buy Sell Play, and I'm going to be doing a little bit of stream. I know my streaming times have been wonky because I try to get it in. I want to try to do it 1 or 2 times a day for at least an hour every time, so it's kind of hard to schedule that. I'm a pretty busy guy, got a pretty big family and business to take care of and stuff like that, so I'm sure you guys will understand. But getting back to the stream, so today I wanted to do a really interesting deck tech that I've been thinking about, and I made this deck called Snaky Walls. Now it actually doesn't have walls, but when I think of a wall, I think of something that has a massive amount of defense. So the whole deck revolves around this card right here, Invert, Invent. So Invert allows you to switch the power and toughness of each of up to 2 target creatures until end of turn. And then also allows you to search your library for an instant sorcery card. But that's not, who cares about Invent? We're focusing on Invert. Okay, so this is a really spicy deck tech that I wanted to work on. How can we make this spell as broken as possible? Because at the cost of 1 red or blue, it's really cheap and has a really powerful effect. So for right now, most people use this in draft environments, and they basically just use this to remove walls out of play, and some of the more popular walls that people like to use this on are the 0/5 walls, which I think are Walls of Mist. Yeah, those. So they're really good when you're drafting, and you get these out of the way because they're in Guilds of Ravnica, and this is Guilds of Ravnica, so a lot of times you run into these, and if you run into these, you simply cast Invert, and it destroys the walls. So there's also a really cool combo-y way to use it to remove some other types of threats with Veldigan Mesmerist, where you attack, you give their creature -2, -0, and if it doesn't have more than 1 power left over, you cast Invert and destroy it. So it's a super cool way to do it, but I wanted to figure out how we can use this to kill somebody with attacking with a creature. And I remember this card, Aegis of the Heavens. So what I believe will happen is that I plan to cast Aegis of the Heavens, which is a 2 mana spell, and then cast Invert, which is a 1 mana spell. So for 3 mana, we give something +7/+1. And you put that on something like a Swiftblade Vindicator, and that's almost a one-shot, right? We also have different things. We have Siren Stormtamer to protect our Swiftblade Vindicators. We have Tajik, which kind of helps protect them because it prevents all non-combat damage, so it keeps it from getting shocked, things like that. We also have Aurelia, Exemplar of Justice, just to give it that extra little bit of oomph, because if we give a Swiftblade Vindicator +7/+1, that turns it into an 8, and then on the attack step we give it +2, that's 10/10, becomes a 10 power, it has double strike, so in effect it'll be a true one-shot. And what I like the best about this is that this could happen pretty early on because of the low cost of the spells. It's just it's like a 3 or 4 card combo, so it's gonna be really difficult to get off. We're in 3 different colors, so this is just the right amount of jank. And then, just in case we don't deal enough damage with our Swiftblade Vindicator, then we can thud. We can throw it at somebody. So with this, you can Aegis of Heavens, you could invert, and then you can thud, and you can hit somebody very hard for like 8 damage for the cost of 4 mana. So some of the other highlight cards that we have in here, of course, we have Search for Ascantas. That's going to help us find all of our pieces for this weird, janky 5-piece combo. We have treasure maps, which are going to help accelerate us with treasures and also help us out with card draw. We have Chromatic Lantern just for the mana fixing because this is a 3-color deck. We also have Chemister's Insight to draw more cards, jumpstart things that we don't need to try to get the combo. We also have some control pieces like Syncopate, and that's pretty much it. So this is the 60 card. This is by no means fully tested. This is the first time we're going to test this out live for you guys to see if this actually works. But this is just something I was thinking about. Oh yeah, and we also have Deafening Clarion, which gives our creatures lifelink and deals 3 damage to each creature. So that's super, super, super cool. We'll see how this works. So I'm going to go ahead and hit done on that. And then we're going to play a game and see how this works out. So we're going to jump right into it. And we're going to do Sneaky Walls. Because nobody ever expects. And that's the thing, too, is like you have... And I'm going to check and make sure my chat is up. That's the thing, too. If you attack with a 1/1 Swiftblade Vindicator, they're not likely to do anything immediately about it, especially if you attack with a Tajik and that, and you have 4 open mana. They're not going to think, okay, we're going to get one shot by the Swiftblade Vindicator. They're not going to think that. And I believe all of that is instant speed. Let me check on that. I believe Aegis of the Heavens is instant speed. Pretty sure it is. Just want to make sure I'm not wrong. It is instant speed. Alright, perfect. Oh, look at this. So we have Swiftblade Vindicator, we have Aegis of the Heavens, we have Thud, we have Chromatic Lantern, Siren Stormtamer. So this is a pretty good hand. We're out of white, but we have Chromatic Lantern, which is going to give us the colors that we need. We got a little bit of early game, and yeah, so we'll see how this works out. And this combo even works. It makes use of small creatures. So hopefully this works really good. So we're going to go ahead and we're gonna start this off. I'm probably gonna play Steam Vents first because I'm not in any particular rush until I start to get my combo pieces out. I mean, I want to play Siren Stormtamer and Swiftblade Vindicator at the same time. I don't know what color this guy is in, or our opponent. I don't know if it's a guy or a gal. Could be either one. Oh, perfect. Look at that. We're in all 3 colors now. So I'm going to allow this to enter tapped. And I'm going to pass and let him go. Mr. Gloves. I guess I was okay calling him a guy. Calling them a guy because it's Mr. I don't know. Alright, so we are in all 3 of our colors. We can go ahead and play the island. That way we don't let them know the surprise of it. We probably can play Chromatic Lantern. I mean, there's no way this person knows that we're in this combo. So we don't even have to worry about him taking away the Aegis of the Heavens. Okay. So he's going to attack for 2. And we'll be fine. We'll be fine. We'll take 2 damage. He mulliganed, didn't he? Yeah, he mulliganed a couple of times, it looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 cards on your 3rd turn. Yeah, he mulliganed quite a bit. Yeah, we're just gonna resolve the Chromatic Lantern. Now all we really need is to find an invert. If we can find an invert, which we have 4 in the deck, then we'll be doing pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and put down the Siren Stormtamer right now so I don't have to waste a mana on it later, because I want to resolve Swiftblade Vindicator next. The goal is to try to one-shot this guy as hard as we can. If we get an invert, I think we're in there. All we need to do is get an invert. Come on, top deck. We got all the pieces we need. We just need an invert. And we can kill this guy. He's going to continue to attack in, which is fine. No blocks. We'll take the 2. All we need is an invert. Not quite. Didn't get an invert yet, but we have some ways to deal with... I think we play Swiftblade Vindicator now. It's kind of a risky move, but we can play it now. And if he tries to remove it, we have a couple of different ways to protect the Swiftblade Vindicator. And we just win. We just win next turn if we get an invert. This doesn't require to tap, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and deal the damage. Because that could mean the difference. That could very well mean the difference between winning and losing. I'm so excited. If this works the way that I want it to, it's just going to be amazing. All we have to do is just get into an invert. That's all we have to do. Hey, welcome to the stream. Looks like we got one viewer. Unless that's me. Nope, they're gone. Alright. So he's gonna cast Murder. So we could Syncopate. Let's see how bad he wants to do it. So we could just Syncopate for 1. And if he decides to pay the 1, that means he can't cast down. Because we're also worried about cast down. He does pay the 1. He murders the Storm Tamer. And then, do we counter it for the Spice anyway? Resolve. No, we let it go. Probably should have went for the 2. Just to tap him out. But I doubt that he has anything for... I doubt that he has anything for 1. Alright. Cool. Anything of importance, anyway. Okay, so we've got another Swiftblade Vindicator here. I think we just play it. Well, no. I think we hold this back. And we just go with our plan of just dealing damage. So we'll pretend that we're trying to race. And it has Vigilance, so there's no reason why we don't attack here. And he's probably going to use a removal piece on this. Oh. Yargle. Yargly Yargle. We'll take the 2. Alright, all we need is an invert, guys. All we need is an invert. Still not getting the invert. This is not so good. I hate to use this piece here ineffectively. I'm really kind of sad that we didn't get the invert. We'll see if we can bait out a bag. We'll have to use the Aegis of the Heavens. He just takes the damage. That's funny. He's very afraid of any kind of combat tricks. You know, I could block, but I want to go for the Hail Mary. Do we draw the invert? Do we win on this turn? Do we draw the invert? We do not. We do not draw the invert. That's okay. We can stop ourselves from dying and give ourselves some more turns. This is really kind of rough. I can't believe I haven't drawn an invert yet. I have 4 in the deck. Okay, so at this point... Okay. So... I just feel like... the very next turn I'm gonna draw the invert. Like I'm gonna go all this, I'm gonna blow my combo pieces, and then I'm gonna draw an invert. I'd like to, yeah, I was gonna say I'd like to pump up my creature here. That way I first strike this, get this out of the way. Until end of turn, target creature controls an entire creature and opponent controls. So we've already declared blockers, so we just... Yeah, I mean that just gets countered. Should we do it again? I don't know what he was planning to use his 3 mana on. Removal spell? 5 mana for an instant speed removal spell? I don't think he's... Okay. Still kill it. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Didn't die. Alright, well. Good game. That is not the way that I anticipated that working. So, unfortunately, let's take a look at the deck and see what I mean, we know what went wrong. This is the jankiest thing possible, but we didn't get an invent. We didn't get a Deafening Clarion. Do we just... Do we just remove this and get more pieces here? Like, let's do, I really want this combo to work. So, do we just get some ops and things? Or do we get Blink of the Eye? I like Blink of the Eye because that turns into... I call it Baby Cryptic. I know some of you are shuddering at that thought of me calling that Baby Cryptic. I think the one of that, but it does have bounce draw, so it's very tempo-y. I really like Siren Storm Tamer. The Thud is part of the combo here. Blink of the Eye, that could definitely help. Chromatic Lantern definitely helps. I'm surprised we didn't. We barely saw anything. The Syncopate kind of helped, but didn't. What am I thinking here? I'd like to get... some more deck cycling going. I think that was just a bad. I think that was just bad. A bad hand. Yeah, I think this is I think this is good. Let's try that. Let's try this again. Sneaky Walls. Sneaky Walls. Again, this is by no means any kind of competitive deck. It's just we're just seeing what we can do for fun. Seeing if we can get any of these kind of... This is what Arena is all about. I really like Arena because you can try some of these ridiculous decks. And it's not always about winning. Of course, if you get the win, it feels really good. But it feels even better. Just slightly better when you get the win doing something completely janky. Okay, so we have Siren Stormtamer. We have Invert. We have 2 Inverts. We have Aegis. And we have Treasure Map. So Treasure Map helps us with scrying. I don't hate this. The invent is kind of bad this early, having 2 of them. So let's keep this and see where it goes. The mana base is subpar. This is the kind of deck you really want to go first. So we shall see if this is complete garbage or if it actually works out. So if I throw out the Siren Stormtamer now, it's just gonna get shocked or something stupid, so we're gonna pass. Two mountains, nothing to play. That's actually slightly concerning. Okay, got a blink of an eye. I'm gonna go ahead and play the treasure map now. I doubt he's gonna have a red counter spell. Or I also doubt that he's gonna run any artifact hate. Oh, he's running blue. Okay, so this is interesting. This is very interesting. Is it control? Divination, draw 2 cards. Okay, he's tapped out. Alright. Ooh. Ooh. I really like having the search for Scanta. So we're going to do that. We will get to resolve a search. And then we'll pass turn. I hate that I didn't get a chance to scry, but that's okay. We can actually do it on the next upkeep. Because I don't have anything that's worth playing. Let us see what he is going to do. There's 3 damage to any target. We're going to go ahead and scry. We don't really want to see that right now because we want lands. We need to make our land drop. Alright, we're going to go ahead and resolve. And we're going to let that go to the graveyard. And now we're going to draw. And we got a Deafening Clarion. Not the best play. Not the best thing to have. Don't really want to go down in mana advantage. But it is what it is. So let's go ahead and end turn. And see what our opponent has in store for us. Goblin Electromancer. Okay, we'll let him resolve that. We can always Deafening Clarion it. So we're stop here. Go ahead and let him pass. And then on our upkeep, we're going to go ahead and use our scry. Okay, we definitely want that. Resolve. Library. And draw. Okay. Go to our main phase. Play that. And I really don't want to see... It feels like such a waste, but I really don't want to see what Opponent has in store with Goblin Electromancer shenanigans. So we're going to go ahead and get that out of the way. He could possibly lightning strike us. Yep, there it is. But at least we didn't let him get a full turn resolved with that on board, because that could have turned into 2 lightning strikes and something else that was really ridiculous. Okay, wastes his turn to sift. He was really hoping to keep that Goblin Electromancer on there, so I think that was the right play. Alright, we're going to go ahead and... I do like the counterspell, but he's tapped out, so we don't really need that this turn. Alright, we got treasures. We're going to resolve. Let's let that go to the graveyard for right now. We already have the Aegis of the Heavens. And let's go to draw, and we get land. That's good. Go to our main phase, play that. And now we have some options. We can jumpstart on their turn, so we're going to go ahead and pass turn. We can also blink an eye any threat that he decides to play. So we're sitting in a good spot right now. We're up on mana advantage by quite a bit. Alright, resolve. And he's going to play Gutter Snipe. Would be a fine time. So I will actually gonna Chemister's Insight away one of these Invert and Vents, because I don't need 2 of them for the plan. So we're gonna go ahead and use that. We're gonna discard an Invert Invent. Actually, I feel like we should... No. We're gonna discard Invert Invent, draw 2 cards. Hopefully we get into a Deafening Clarion. Well, on the other hand, we did get into a Swiftblade Vindicator, and we got into a Thud. This could be a very good line of play. Does he kill us next turn? That is the question. Does he kill us next turn? Do we need to dig? This is difficult because now we have all of our pieces, everything that we need. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and allow that to stay in our library. We're going to keep it. We're going to play this. Then we're going to resolve... We're going to resolve the Swiftblade Vindicator. We're going to resolve the Siren Storm Tamer. And then I think we don't worry about holding up the mana. So what we're going to do is we're going to tap, add 1, blue, blue. The funny thing about these treasures is that nobody ever pays attention. So I think what we do is we give him back the Goblin Electromancer. And then I think we just pass turn. And if we can keep this... See, he's going to have to waste 2 mana for the Goblin Electromancer. Okay. Resolve. And he could have the damage that he needs to kill us. He could very well have the damage that he needs to kill us. That is a very real, distinct possibility. Gain control of target creature. I will definitely have to pay the 1 to do that. Submit. Resolve. Alright. This is pretty expensive. Okay, he's gonna go to combat. Okay, so my turn. You know, you can allow that to go to the graveyard. We have all of the pieces we need. So we are going to go... So I think what we do is we play... Okay. I think I know what we need to do. We need to go to attack, just in case he has a shock or something. And we're going to go to attack. One attacker. So I think he's going to take it. So now we do Aegis of Heavens on it. I don't think he has a response. I think we do submit. And we hit him twice. And then cancel. Good game. And that is how you make that combo go off. Man, that felt so good to trick him with that. I almost dealt the damage to my own creature. So that was really cool. That was actually really cool the way that played out. I want to see if we can get it to go one more time. One more time. It's just a super sneaky way, like, again, to get a win. He thought to himself, I'm so far ahead, I just need one turn. I'm not going to risk losing one of my creatures. And just took the damage, didn't have anything to resolve against it, and we just destroyed him. So that was really good. We're going to try it one more time. One more time. And see what we get. Okay, so there are some merits to this hand. We have the Chemist's Insight. We have the Siren Stormtamer. We have the treasure map. We don't have any of the other pieces to our combo. My instinct is telling me no, but we already won a game. It felt really good. Let's just flex this deck and see just how far we can push it for the win. So I don't think that this is going to be a good game. He opened up with that. It is not likely that we're going to do very good, but we have a treasure map, so that's going to allow us to get a few scries in, get some mana advantage, draw some cards. We also have Blink of an Eye. That's pretty good, I think. So I think this turn we resolve treasure map, and then we allow him to go. Now we could be playing against Green Stompy, where he just resolves some kind of ridiculous 3 or 4 drop right now. Yeah, Beast Whisperer can be a problem. There's one combo piece. So now what I think we do is we go... We reveal... yeah, we reveal that we have Jeskai. And then... We're not really worried about him doing anything crazy. So we just play that, we scry once, definitely scry that to the bottom, then we pass turn. Now this is where things might get hairy, but he's just going to go ahead and do that. We're okay with him generating a little bit of card advantage with Beast Whisperer before we answer it, but we want to make sure that we are doing the right things. Okay, so Nullhide Ferox is very, very bad for us. No blocks. So, realistically, I think... because this, we pay 2, then we can bounce it. He's just going to generate a lot of creatures. Nullhide, I just want to make a point to say this. Nullhide Ferox is very, very broken. We can take 6, bounce the Beast Whisperer, so that way he will get less card advantage. That puts us behind a turn on our treasure map. And then it doesn't give us the full value of the Blink of the Eye. Yeah, I think at this point we just play our Glacial Fortress. Then we see what else he's going to do. All of this can be done at instant speed. We can always block. It doesn't have trample, so we can always block the Siren Stormtamer one time. Yeah, so we were going to blink that before he gets a chance to play anything. We draw land. Now he's going to attack us with the big 6/6. He's going to want to try to play the Beast Whisperer again. Oh no, he plays another Nullhide Ferox. This is not good for us, guys. This is not good. This is not good at all. We need to draw another Siren Stormtamer, which we did not. I think we just scoop this one up and go to the next one. Yeah, Nullhide Ferox is a very, very powerful card. I wonder if for situations like this is where we run Settle the Wreckages in this deck. Or Planar Cleansing. I really like the Settle the Wreckage plan. There's no way that we win at this point. We're just letting him get his feels out. And just to see what we can draw. We'll scry one. Put that to the bottom. We'll go to our turn. We'll scry another one, see what we could have drawn. We're just wasting his time now because we have zero respect for his ridiculous deck. And then we'll Chemister's Insight just for the funsies. And we'll concede. All right. Well, that was some fun Magic. Actually, I never even thought about that. Dealing with, instead of, well, it does require that they attack. We can go a little bit more control-y. Let's look at the deck. This is, I love doing this. This is really fun. I love doing this on stream. We do have settles, right? I really don't know. Yeah, we do. We have 3 Settle the Wreckages. We could totally run those. We could totally run those Settle the Wreckages. Let's throw them in there. Do we have Planar Cleansing? Is that what it's called? Let's look. Am I even doing that right? No? What's it called? Alright, let's go like this. Let's look here. Let's go to rare. I believe it's 6 mana, right? 6 or 5? One of those two. And close it out. And Cleansing Nova, not Planar Cleansing. Cleansing Nova, we have 2 of them. We could go with that kind of a plan, where we just wipe their board over and over again, so they can't kill us with creatures. But what do we take out? We just ramp, wipe their board, get our combo out, and destroy them. We'd have to remove 5 cards. I really like the Chemist's Insights, but they have felt a little bit underwhelming. The card advantage that I've generated from them has not been all that great. I would have much rather have drawn into a Settle the Wreckage. But then again, we need to move the deck. However, the treasure maps and the search for Scantas are supposed to do that job. So what do we do here? Let's go down the Chemist's Insights. And let's go down one invent. Well, that just makes it more difficult to get our combo off, doesn't it? Maybe go down. This is turning into just Jeskai control. I just throw a Teferi in here and a Ral and just be done with it. Let's do oh, I really like all these pieces. I think we go down one. No, because you know this destroys all artifacts and enchantments, which is actually really nice. The Syncopate there. I think I go down a Chromatic Lantern. Alright. Now, let's see what the world thinks of us now. We're going to go and attempt to win a game. Just destroy everything that comes out on board. And we'll see how this all works out. I probably should have tweaked the mana base, actually. I think about it. Yeah. Maybe just a bit. Ooh, this is nice. This is nice, but there's no draw support in this hand. Let's see what happens. This is just for fun, anyway. This allows me to play most of my... Hey, there we go. Enter tapped. Yeah, I like the treasure map. That's gonna help out a lot. That's gonna turn this meme into a dream. Meme into a dream. Alright. So now, chart a course. Goes down. Well, now I really want to play my treasure map on curve, so we're going to do that. Could have Sacred Foundry, but I don't feel like taking a needless shock. Do we start the Scry triggers, or do we play or resolve Chromatic Lantern? I think we start the Scry triggers, because we're not really worried about... Yeah, we definitely start the Scry triggers. Okay. In which case, we can play this, enter that tapped, and then we're just going to Scry. And we're definitely going to send that to the bottom. Let me pass turn. The worst nightmare is that we play up against a deck in which we have just a really ridiculous amount of dead cards. Let's Chromatic Lantern. And then we'll... Really? Okay, so he's just playing control. I think we just scoop this game. This is going to be dumb. Actually, since he burned that... Oh, we can't. We can't even. We'll just Scry. Yeah. I put in... Isn't that how Arena works, though? I put in a bunch of... See, that stuff should go in sideboard. But I'm not... This is not a real deck, so I don't really want to build a sideboard. I thought I'd just run into a bunch of creatures and stuff. Creature-heavy decks, and now I'm running against control. Put that to the bottom. And we'll pass. I should be playing more instant speedy, but I thought I could resolve a Chromatic Lantern. I don't know why that guy did that. Who Sinister sabotages a Chromatic Lantern? I guess anybody, really. I mean, he just has the mana burning a hole in his pocket. Alright, Siren Stormtamer. I like that card. So, treasure map. Turn target non-land permanent you don't control to owner's hand. Scry 2. Okay. Alright, that's fine. I'd rather get the scries out of there. I don't really care that it's a land. That means I can resolve a Swiftblade Vindicator. Haha! You know what? I'm gonna let that go by the wayside. And then we're gonna put treasure map down again. Okay, so now all we need to do is get the rest of our pieces here. Creatures you control flying get +2/+0. Thoughtbound Phantasm. Okay. This guy is obviously playing some ridiculous jank. Okay, he's gonna draw a card. We will definitely blink of an eye that, for sure. I would have scribed that away. I hate that it doesn't give you the chance. So let's get the scry trigger going. Oh yes, that is done. That is done, sir. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and do a blink of an eye on this and draw our invert invent. And he can pay one and sacrifice it if he likes. We'll let that Curious Obsession go to the wayside. Now we got 2 pieces to our combo. We can deal a lot of damage, but I'm still waiting on that thud. So no attacks. We can get some sneaky sneakiness going here. The only thing that worries me is he's playing blue, so he could effectively do a Perilous Voyage. Okay, he's going to play Siren Storm Tamer again. What would be really great right now okay, he's holding up Counterspell mana. So we're going to go ahead and play this. Enters tapped. And we're going to scry 1. Do we really need that though? We could play Siren Storm Tamer, see if we can bait out a counterspell. No, we don't need that right now. And let's go ahead and play the Siren Storm Tamer. He allows that to resolve. And what about this? We're going to allow that to resolve. He does allow that to resolve, so we're going to scry 1 again. We're going to get multiple scry triggers. Deafening Clarion is very nice in case things get out of hand. But we have our winning combo in hand. We need to dig. We need to dig. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and let him go. No blocks. We'll take the 2. I really need to remember to scry each time. I get to scry before you get to do that, so screw you. Put that to the bottom. Alright. Now you can resolve that. I think he was going to try to cast Perilous Voyage, so I kind of baited him out by tapping the first one there, or the second one first. so he could try to keep me off of the treasure cove, and he didn't respond appropriately. Okay, I think he's deciding. I don't think that went as he planned. Because he can do Perilous Voyage. Kind of wasted. He does get to surveil twice. I'm glad they didn't turn this into you get to surveil an additional time, like they did with that explore card. What's the name of that? It's whenever you explore again, or whatever that is. That would make Thoughtbound Phantasm absolutely horrendous to deal with. This is very, very interesting. Okay. Okay. Okay, resolved. And let's do... Let's not do that. Let's dump that. And then we'll pass turn. Actually, that was a misplay. I should have... attack. I think he was just so salty that he closed out. I think we got this game. No, you cannot cast Charter Course on my turn. Still my turn. Actually, yeah, we should probably deal some damage with Siren Storm Tamer while we can. Okay. Let's get in for 1. Because if all we can do is get in for 16, then that's what we need to do. Alright. So, I think he was so salty about that play, he just quit. Yeah, he's out of timeouts. Just rage quit over the slickness of my play there. Thought he was gonna missions briefing and bounce my treasure cove, bounce my other treasure map before he could do it. I was like, no, no, no. You know what they should do? Actually, that would take a... Yeah, he's done. He just left the game. He was very salty about that. Okay, so we got a victory. Not the way that we anticipated doing it, but we got it. We got it nonetheless. Let's claim that. And let's go one more time, because that wasn't really a good way to show how this deck can work. I mean, I've already shown it, but I'm gonna go one more time. One more time. Just one more. Please, one more. One more. One more, master. Alright. So we are ready to rock against some aggro decks. But we fall to everything else. Let's go for it. Why not? I get the feeling this Esdrin the Kind is not so kind. I get the feeling they're playing mono red or white knights or something stupid. So we're gonna go ahead and I'll put that down, just so we can get the Siren Storm Tamer out as early as possible. I want to start dealing some damage with this thing. He's playing black. Fountain Renewal. Okay, Jank versus Jank. Let's go. Enters tapped. Siren Storm Tamer. That's good use of our mana. Get it out. That way we can counteract the Fountain of Renewal. We'll start punching them in the face. Yeah, we'll need to do that. So go with that. Alright, there we go. This card is actually really strong. I just want to make a point to say that. This is one of the strongest cards I've seen in a while. Sigiled Sword of Valeron. Okay. As I said, whenever it attacks. Yeah. Alright. Okay, we're getting there. Hold off the life gain here. Keep him at 20. I'm sure he feels very cheeky about his accomplishments here. Do have Settle the Wreckage. Josu Vess. Okay. Good thing we have Settle the Wreckage. Because Deafening Clarion certainly does not work. Really like doing this right now. Just in case I draw land, I can play it. I'm going to go ahead and bounce that. And I did not... Ooh, I got some pieces though. And keep him down to 20. Alright, it's your turn. And see, there's something to be said about running blue and then tapping out, especially when you have this kind of hand. Just because you don't want him to think that you have counter magic. You want him to play his stuff. Okay. So we're going to do that. Gonna punch him in the face for 1. Keep him down to 20. And whenever it attacks, yeah, so that Settle the Wreckage is going to work just fine. But that's also going to give him mana. So it's one of those things where we're like, maybe. Maybe do we wait? Do we wait a bit? It's not going to give him lifelink. We do take some damage. Let's see what he does. Let's see what he does. Do we wait? Okay, resolve. Do we take the sacrificial 8 damage? I don't think we take the sac. Well, I think we do. I think we take the sacrificial. Well, this is very difficult. No, I think the correct play is to just Settle the Wreckage. Just get it out of the way. Just get rid of that threat. Don't need that coming back to bite us. That's a lot of damage. 8 damage is a lot of damage. I think it's well worth to Settle the Wreckage. Hopefully now all he has are things that I can Deafening Clarion. He gets the mana. Okay. Resolves. We are trying to one-shot this guy. Alright, let's see what he can do with 6 mana now. Okay, plays a Liliana. Well, that can be very, very destructive. So unfortunately, I may have to start attacking that. But even then, that's not going to make a difference. Okay. Wow. Planeswalker is very, very bad here. Ooh. That's pretty good. This deck that he has is a little bit confusing. It's also very frustrating to deal with right now because of the hand that I have. I thought he'd be flooding out with Zombos or something, getting value out of this Deafening Clarion. Okay, there we go. I'd like him to play a bit more. There we go. There we go. Let's get some value pumping. I want you to dump that hand, man. That could get out of hand very quickly. Right, now would be a good time to start getting some of my combo pieces here. And I'm drawing just straight lands. You know, it's at this point where you start to get land after land after land after land, and your opponent's building up this board state, and you just get very frustrated. You know, I could do 2 Aegis' Heavens, take out the Planeswalker. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and just do a Deafening Clarion and be done with it. Yeah, this is a play. This is a plan of action I'm gonna take. Actually, I can just do 1. No, I would definitely have to do 2 Aegis of Heavens. Alright, yeah, we need to take this. Planeswalker's just gonna get out of hand. More so than it needs to. It's not going to be enough, is it? Oh, yes, it will. Once I... Sadly, I need to just dump my hand to just put ourselves in a situation where we're not just going to insta-die. One, two, 3, 4, 5. Nope, I've got to use both of them. Yeah, I'm not even interested in playing this anymore. It's just such a frustrating thing to deal with. It's certain times when you draw a hand where you just get all of this and your opponent just plays slow, and it's just like, I don't even want to deal with it. I don't even want to deal with it. Let's just go to the next game. It's not worth the frustration sometimes. I just want to show you guys some fun and engaging gameplay, not slow, grindy garbage. So this is a bad hand. That is also a very bad hand. But if we get into blue, then we're good. And I think we keep that. So enters tapped. Let's make them think we're in Boros for a while. We have 2 combo pieces. This should help us get more if we ever get into it. Let's just play this now. And we will see what happens. Okay, so it's going to dirtle around a little bit. It's going to opt. Opponent is going to do that. So I feel like we go for a spicy little play here, since we have 2 invents. We're going to go for the attack, and when he blocks, we're going to invert. Oh, he didn't block. So free damage? Well, that's not very nice. It was going to happen anyway. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Okay, so we got into our... I'm gonna pay 2 life just so I can start using search. Maybe get back our combo piece here. Okay, so he's got Fire Mines Research, huh? And then Aven Windmage. Okay, very good. I like that we have the Settle the Wreckage. Let's dump that in the graveyard. Yeah, I think we actually hold up the mana to settle here. We can actually let's bait out some more action here. On his end step, we'll get a Scry Trigger in. Try to dig for combo pieces. I'm hoping he plays a little bit more. Risk factor, huh? Okay, resolve that. Resolve that. Resolve that. Then, take that action. I don't want him getting any more card advantage. Alright, he's gonna put me to 5. It's a very precarious place to be. Yeah, I really wanted him to do that. We really don't want to see that, and I'm not going to be able to play it, so we have to settle. Now I'm in lightning bolt range. Oh my goodness, graveyard. Okay. We'll have to settle. I really wanted some more land. I should have allowed that. And he'll most likely counterspell it. And if he does, that's game. This is a rough place to be. This is going to risk factor. For damage to decline, your opponent draws 3 cards. Let's decline. See if he gets the counterspell he wants. Or the lightning bolt. Lightning strike. Yeah, that's... And that's game. I hate how they won't let me concede. I don't like seeing the negative damage. It's like, come on. Seriously? Alright, well. I think I'm about done with this deck. There's... I guess if I was to... Maybe I have too much in here, Maybe not enough interaction with my opponent. Probably could use some more thuds. I'm gonna work on this deck. I'll tell you guys what. If you need a guest gamer to play with, I'm on CQ Friday. Yeah, we could probably do something like that, man. Definitely do something like that. So, with this, let me know what you guys would do to change this deck up to make it better. I feel like it's about as good. We got one really spicy win, and it was really fun, where we got the Swiftblade Vindicator to go off with the Agent of Heavens, invert, and then to a thud. The problem with any deck like this is that it requires, 4 pieces to go off, and it's really difficult to get all those 4 pieces, especially in this current meta where things just go really, really fast, and there's aggro decks and everything. And then when you try to put in the pieces to stop you from getting aggroed out, then you just get beat up because you're not able to get your combo pieces out. So maybe I'll work on this deck some more and do another live stream from it. But I'm not too sure about that. The Syncopates, let's take a look. The Syncopates barely ever came out. I feel like you want to do this in a control package, but then you don't. You might want to just ramp as hard as you can. We'll work on it. We'll try the best that we can and see what we come up with. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that Sneaky Walls for fun, maybe to trick your friends once or twice, would be a really good deck. But so far, the Treasures Abound, which was a much better deck, seemed more consistent, and we're gonna just try to come up with an idea. So if you have an idea of a deck that you want me to build, a card that you want me to try to build around, let me know, or a concept, and we'll do a deck tech on it and try to figure out what we can do to get it to work. But for now, that is all that I have, and I'll try to jump on stream later again tonight. So if you guys want to watch that, make sure you tune in and you share and like, whether you're on Facebook. If you're on Facebook, share the video, like the video. That way you'll be notified when we go to stream again. If you're on Twitch, you can subscribe to our channel, so that way you'll know when we're going to be on again. And if you're on YouTube, like and subscribe to the channel. So anyway, thanks a lot, guys. And you guys, as always, have a very happy holiday and very Merry Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate. Make sure that you enjoy that time with your family, and you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you.